Alright guys, here we are at the Lagoon Entertainment, and I have to apologize. Lately, I just got a new job and things have been a bit hectic with me and scheduling things, but I'm doing my best to keep these videos coming out. I am going to improve. I have the weekend free, so I'm going to try to bump up the quality of these videos and plan ahead while I can. But without further ado, let's continue to the Marvel Review Countdown. And this time, we're doing Iron Man 2. Anyways, well, here we go. Iron Man 2 is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the weakest of the Marvel films. And while the concept is quite interesting, and the dilemma that the characters have been facing in the movie is in itself interesting to see, and could have been a very great movie in just in that alone. But with the villain that kind of just lacks substance at times, even though he does have a backstory that could have great emotional weight to it, it just kind of falls flat in that regard. The story in itself is unfocused at times, doesn't really know where to take the story, doesn't really know how to balance the comedic and dramatic aspects of the film, and the characters at times just don't feel real, because we know Tony, and this film does something interesting with Tony, and that we're seeing his mortality and how he reacts to it, and when he loses hope, and that's all interesting. But we don't get an actual resolve for that. We just kind of get like a cure, and suddenly, boom, Tony's back. He's all well and dandy, and none of his friends knew, which is the most bizarre thing. It's like, you guys are close to Tony, aren't you? How do you not know something's up with this man? But no, instead you take his suit, you take his company, but nothing compares to how the movie treated Tony. It kind of treated Tony as kind of a outsider in his own group, and his own friends, and his own movie. And like I said before, the villain just doesn't really fit in that regard, and it just all boils down to a cliche Tony fights an evil version of him again. Sorry guys. Tony fights an evil version of himself again, and it just this needed to be a bit more. Anyways, while this was a letdown, it had enough good things going for it, like the concept, the characters were so interesting. Not so much the villains, but Tony himself, it was enough for me to give it a 4 out of 10. Like I said guys, this was a fun movie still. It still had the comedy that we love in Iron Man, but just didn't know how to mesh it with the dramatic tensions that it needed for us to feel it like it was a good movie. But oh well. Anyways guys, this is the third movie on this list that's over. Only 15 more to go until Black Panther. But I'm just a guy sitting by the lagoon enjoying the view. Catch you later.